Morning guys, hope you're doing well. We had a little bit of a sell-off after the power conference. Well, initially we had like a sell-off and then a little pump, and then we sold off for quite a bit. So we got in a state of fear right now because the crowd have tried to buy the dip, which I'll show you in the Discord. Technical scores fell as well, and there's that big VIX spike. Because the VIX goes up, we should be risk off, basically. And this will be a quick video today because there's not that much to say, because we've got the ECB and the BOE, and then we're going to get some clarity around the euro and the pound, and ultimately the dollar. So we're just really waiting and see what happens here. So for example, DAX, they are trying to buy, and each time they do, we see a reaction on the price. So that's DAX. Okay, so it explains the little sell-off that we had, that if they try and buy, the price is going to fall. And then I'll show you US 30 last, because it's actually a bit bonkers. And we're really sideways in the S&P because, you know, all-time high. Are the big fish going to pump the price beyond that? What's the macro driver for it? You know, have they got the justification, the momentum to push price? You know, pending that we probably had some blockbuster earnings, tech earnings or something, it would have been different. But you know, that was quite a mixed result that we had. Amazon fell 4%, for example. You know, that's quite a big move on a stock. So we probably are going to consolidate, and I don't know if the big fish have got the, you know, the rationale for the move higher, especially if the crowd are going sideways. If they start shorting, then you know we can probably go up higher. We are a little bit squished though at 22% long, so we have to be careful with the 20%, 80%, because we kind of hit extremes. Okay. Now on US 30, they've gone really long, and so we had a big dump. Yeah, it's about 750 point move there from them going long. We just consolidated and dropped, you know, for a long time, and then at that point, if it, well, perhaps we're going to break out, and of course we didn't, because we see a reaction on the price when the sentiment does its thing. We have a crossover of the MA, and down we come. So I guess what we can talk about quickly is the robot, and currently undergoing some drawdown here. Now the issue is, what I did, I changed this algo, and so what it does, it checks the scores, right? So if we've got a poor score, like i.e. minus, we should be a sell. But we have to remember that this is the thing, we have to remember we could mean revert, because we've sold off quite heavy. Say we're gonna come back, we're gonna retrace up a little bit and then sell off again, and we don't want to be caught in this mean reversion, because it's going to mean quite a hefty stop loss. So I'm going to roll back to the hedge component, that mechanism where it's going to buy the top three and sell the bottom three, and at least if we do have this mean reversion, then we'll get stopped out on three, and then we should be okay on the other three. And just to show you what they did with gold, see, we don't know what the crowd are going to do. We didn't know that they were going to short that. They could have bought it and we could have continued lower. Because they sold it, we moved higher. So I think we're probably going to need to be hedged for this EA. Because I've still got to do more testing, I'd like another week, if that's all right with you guys. And then the following week I'll release it. And it might not be suitable for gold, and we might have to just like do dollar pairs maybe, or yen pairs, or even Aussie pairs, because they move as well. And I guess we'll just have to see where we go. So it'll be a short video today, and do note that the crowd have tried to buy, and they're probably going to have to get punished. So we could be a little bit risk off today, especially if they continue to be YOLO like this. There's no sign of them shorting. They're trying to buy quite aggressively, and if they do that, we'll continue lower. That's today's video. I wish you a good day, and I'll speak to you guys soon.